my purple hawk strider. Now it picked the blue one. See, like it randomly picks a mount for you. I kind of like to use that because you don't have to have mounts in your bars if you don't want to. I'm just gonna move these things by shift clicking. I'm gonna drag them down here to the corner. Right there. Alright, we almost have a full setup. I'm gonna move recount just by clicking and dragging down to here. And now the final step to getting a cool user interface would be Xpro. Well, actually we have a little bit more to do. I just typed /Xpro, which usually brings up the menu. What you can do is you can just drag stuff around if you want to. Like, I don't have a pet, but I'd put the pet bar down here just in case I ever got a pet for like a quest or anything. Party, usually you can go up here, and the raid frames are fine where they are. Alright, now what I'm going to do is target something, and you notice that moves up here. I'm targeting myself right now. I think that's better if I move it over here. And this would be my target's pet, which I don't have a pet, so, but just in case the target had a pet, it'd be right there. Or if you have target of a target, which actually that might be target of a target. So now that Xpro's all set up, the final thing to worry about is the chat box. I can get to the chat box by doing I'm gonna try /prat. Alright, so that brought up the chat box. Here it is right now. You still have to work with this, so with the regular default Blizzard chat box you have to do unlock. Now you can move that around, and then you should be able to, there's a lot of things you can do with this, like change the way things work, change the way things look, stuff like that. What I'm gonna do now is reduce the minimum height, minimum width. Okay, it's already down. And now you can drag it to any shape you want. I'm gonna try talking. It goes up there. See? I'm gonna move that right here, reduce it so it can fit in right there. Now the edit box appears over my options. If I didn't want that, I could move it around. What I could do is I could click edit box and I attach it to the bottom, but I'm going to do free floating. Now I can move that around. I'm going to put it right here. Alright, now the reason I did that is because now we have this whole top half of the screen free. I think it's kind of nice. And that's basically it. If you want to use Omen, I can make a place for that, but I don't have it on this character because this isn't a tanking character. But I'm just going to move these little mount symbols. I'm going to hide this one over here because I don't have a find mount yet. Gonna hide this one too. Right, so this summons a companion, I'll put that right here. This summons a mount, I'll put that right here. Now I did /omen show, and that shows up right there. If I was to get into a fight, all the threat would show up right there. It's better if you're a tank and you want to know who has aggro, or you can just see who has the most aggro anyway, like if you pull a lot of DPS. And now we basically have everything set up. Now if you want to go even further, you can change the way these little action bars look. Like you can have circles if you want to. What I would do is type /bf, which is button facade, and here's all the ones I downloaded. Like, these are pretty cool. Cards, they'll turn into little cards with hearts on them. But here's gears. Gears is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna go with this one, because I think this looks good for a priest. Now if I wanted to, I could change the color too of these bars. And I think for a priest, white looks pretty good. Alright, and here's my user interface. I hope that helped you. Thanks, guys. Remember, this is WoW to Nathor, and if you'd like to learn more about WoW, feel free to subscribe to my videos.